Satan, a witch, the Antichrist, witchcraft, Wicca, incantations, spells, magic, sorcery, pentacles, paganism, exorcism, demons, and demonic possession. All inside of a Disney cartoon? That can't be real. Little Demon is an adult animated sitcom that premiered on Disney-owned FXX on August 25th, 2022. With episodes rolling out every week on FXX and being made available on Hulu after, which is also owned by Disney, there has been a lot of controversy and backlash surrounding this show. The summary of the show reads as, 13 years after being impregnated by Satan, Laura and her Antichrist daughter, Chrissy, attempt to live an ordinary life in Delaware, but are constantly overwhelmed by monstrous forces, including Satan, who wants custody of Chrissy's soul. Now, if this isn't enough to get at least half of your attention, I don't know what is. I had no idea this show existed until I came across a post on Instagram that a friend shared with me. My initial response was that of disbelief because it sounded way too crazy to be a kid's show promoted by Disney, or a show period. But instead of jumping to conclusions like most people do, I looked into this. At the time of this recording, there have been 6 episodes released. I watched every single one of them, so you don't have to.
Team Reez.
I'm gonna just start out by saying that I'm a Christian. If I wasn't, I probably wouldn't be making this video because I wouldn't care. But we are living in the times where just when you think you've seen it all, you see something else. We've seen some questionable and controversial jokes and references with shows like Rick and Morty, Family Guy, and South Park. But the difference between those and Little Demon is explicitly using Satan, the Antichrist, and demons as the basis of the entire show. It's one thing to make jokes about dumpster babies or make an entire episode about a white man offending black people by saying the N-word during a game show, but it's another thing to have an entire series that normalizes and desensitizes people to Satan and paganism or the ideologies they represent. I watched all the episodes that have been released for Little Demon. I wanted to have a fully informed opinion before I left my thoughts on the show. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm going to be playing some clips from the show that some viewers may find disturbing. In the beginning of episode 1, Chrissy, the 13-year-old female character deemed the Antichrist, is inside of a bathroom having her first menstrual cycle. In the same bathroom are 2 guys with a knife bullying another guy. Chrissy, in the stall trying to avoid being seen or heard, is spotted by the guys. At the same time, blood begins to drop from her body. She then becomes possessed, murders the guys with the knife, and opens a portal to a spiritual realm. After this, Laura, who is Chrissy's mom and also a witch, not like the Enso, I mean a real legit witch, tells Chrissy that she is a spawn of Satan, and later in the episode, Chrissy meets her dad for the first time. This sets the stage for the rest of the series. Episode 2 is all about demonic possession. Chrissy gets possession lessons from her dad and uses her powers for good. That's literally how it's presented in the show. But in the midst of that, Chrissy's body becomes possessed by another demon intent to kill her, her mother, and their friend. The whole episode makes light of demonic possession. But in episode 3 is where I started to personally feel the dangers of this show. In this episode, Satan and Chrissy are on a game show where you win by committing the most murders. That's not even the part that bothered me, believe it or not. There comes a point in the game show where Chrissy gets captured and her dad, Satan, is about to get killed. The show does a great job of basically making you want to root for them to make it out and win. Basically, cheering for the devil. In episode 4, you see spirit summoning and more witchcraft. You also see an attempt of Chrissy's newfound friends attempting to sacrifice her to a mystical creature called Slim Tim. Episode 5 features Satan and his demon friends going on a murder spree, literally. In the midst of that, Satan doesn't want to kill anymore because he's starting to become soft. The other demons point this out, and later in the episode, Satan kills them. This is the point in the series where Satan starts to get painted as being a good guy. And finally, in episode 6, the premise of this episode is based around an eating disorder, and you also see incantations and spells. So overall, would I recommend anyone to watch this show? My answer is absolutely not if you are a Christian. If you don't believe God is real or want to do what you want, have at it. You have free will. The only reason that I can watch this show is because I have spiritual discernment and know to reject everything that needs to be rejected. But what this show is doing is normalizing paganism.
I love that we are normalizing paganism. Laura is a pagan. She's a witch. She's jacked. She's got to protect her daughter from demons.
They're not even hiding it. This show does a great job of desensitizing you to the devil and making it seem like he's this fun, cool guy.
We get to exercise all these things in Little Demon, you know, because but the devil is really a good guy. Don't get me wrong.
He's misunderstood.
He's misunderstood.
The devil is absolutely not a good guy. not in this show or in real life. Now I get that there will be people out here who will say this show isn't a big deal. I'm not interested in debating that. To be fair, this show had some laughable moments for me. It also shed light on a serious topic like eating disorders and self-image. But overall, I think this show is a lot more harmful than good, and it's not even close. The storyline distracts you from the actual demonic basis of the show, but then it goes right back to throwing satanic images in your face. If you are looking to kick back and fire up a show for some entertainment, there are a lot of other options that will get the job done. But that's my run of it. If you don't believe me, go dabble in it for yourself. But don't say I didn't warn you. Be great, family. Easy.
Team Reez.
Thanks for watching. Click here to subscribe and click here to watch more videos.
Na na na.